And a very warm welcome to everyone around the world, whether you're watching on the YouTube channel European Cricket Network or on FanCode in India, as I welcome you, Charlie Hunt, on comms duties here in Portugal. I welcome you to night 1 of 14 of the FanCode ECT10 Portugal here at the Estadio Municipal de Miranda do Corvo here in Coimbra. And you can just see we're almost ready here at the very beautiful ground here in Coimbra. But we're ready to get underway for the first game of the FanCode ECT10. It's a good start from Chris Redhead, the skipper for the Coimbra Knights. It'd be interesting to see if they try and tackle that. But this has gone high in the air. And it's the first wicket of the FanCode ECT10 here in Portugal, as it's Andrew Winter takes the first wicket. Just as I say, that's going to come right towards me into the comm box, just as misses me ever so slightly there. But that's going to be the first maximum here in the FanCode ECT10 European Cricket here in Portugal. And this one off the pads. This could run away. It might go all the way, and it does. So it's going to be 4 leg byes. So 2 consecutive boundaries. Just the one off it, but this is a full toss. And well, that's going to be another maximum here. And this time it's a full toss, and on any ground that might have run away for 4, but here today that's gone all the way. That's going to be 6 runs for Marlow. Pace back into the attack, but this time it's going to run away, and that's going to skip away. It's going to go for another boundary. It's a good response. However, this was gone high. It's going to take some catching, but it doesn't matter because that's going to sail over the boundary. That's going to go all the way for another 6 runs here in Portugal. And there's an opportunity, and it is gone. So once again, 2 boundaries are followed by a wicket. It's a good catch out in the deep. It was flat and it was hard. It's gone, and he has to go, does Shazad. 20 off of his 12 deliveries with Sawar on strike. She's short, out into the deep. It's another opportunity, and he takes it. But now Sawar has to go. Didn't quite look comfortable out in the crease, it has to be said. And Amit Kumar gets the breakthrough once again. Marlow are now 46 for 3. Oh, and it's been put down. And it has to be said that really did look like an almost simple caught and bowled. It was straight at him at a really comfortable height. This is played really nicely into the next. There's an opportunity here. Oh, there was an appeal, but it didn't really take anything off there was no bails or anything gone, so I don't really know what he was appealing for, but I think he would have been close. He was long gone, and I think the bowler had more time than he really thought. And just as I say that, talk about the commentator's curse. That's short, and it's too short, and Mohamed Adnan is not going to miss out on that, and that's going to go for a maximum here in Portugal. Oh, and this is really unlucky, but at this point Marlow will take anything they can get, as that's a big inside edge, and it runs away towards the boundary. No one at fine leg whatsoever. And this is hit big into the leg side, and well, I think that's going to be my first maximo here in Portugal. That's the biggest one we've had yet. But can he have a comeback? Well, he doesn't, as this is going to be consecutive maximums here. It's hit into the leg side, but there's a man out there. Oh, and it's burst through the hands, and it's gone all the way for 6 runs. It's a huge missed opportunity. Well, this has gone high. It's going to take some catching, and he takes it. It's great work from the skipper. Really good comeback after a missed catch out in the middle. She's short into the leg side. There's a man out there, and it's burst through again. It goes through him. So Chris Redhead getting a little bit hard done by here. That's the second one this over that's gone through his fielders. And this time playing across the line, and it's a simple mission of you miss, I hit, and Redhead gets his 3rd, and it's the 2nd of this over. That one doesn't matter where you are, because that's going to go all the way. And it's another maximum here in Portugal. And there's a little bit of a nick there, and the finger has been risen, and he has to go. A good comeback again from Andrew Winter. This time he goes into the leg side, and that's a good way to get off the mark as that clears the stand, and that's going to go all the way for 6 runs. And this is full and straight. Very simple cricket. You miss, I hit. And Mehdi, after hitting the ball into the moon on the leg side, misses this one all around, and he has to go. And it's full, and it's going to go, and he's taken the catch, but I don't think they've realised. They've still not realised. Well, it could be a run out. It's all happening here, and eventually they do get the run out off the no ball. So almost a bit of cat and mouse as they celebrated taking the catch. And there was a bit of a celebration. A couple players realised eventually it was thrown in, but they went for the run, and it was almost suicidal in the end. And there's another opportunity, but it's been put down, and they come through. And they come through for the single. Full. Hit well, but straight to the diving Chris Redhead, and they just come through for the single. And that does bring us to the close of the 10th. And what a start we've had here at the FanCode European Cricket T10 here in Portugal in match number 1. And at the end of the 10 overs, Marley Calanders found themselves at 104 for 8. So 105 is the target for the Coimbra Knights here. A warm welcome back to the Municipal de Miranda do Corvo here in Coimbra. You join me, Charlie Hunt, for the European Cricket Network here for the second innings of match number 1 in the FanCode T10. And we're underway here in the response. We're going to start in European fashion. We're going to start with a wide delivery. And this time it's going to be another wide, but this is going to be worth a lot more. This is going to be 5 wides, and it's going to be the first boundary in the response. Not off the bat though, but it's a boundary nonetheless if you're a Coimbra Knights fan. Certainly is this man. And this just stays low, and he's gone. As it stayed low, it was a bit of a half tracker. It just skidded on, and Manjeet Singh is going to have to go without troubling the score as he goes for a duck. It doesn't matter as that's going to sail over, and that's going to be 1 bounce, 4 runs here for the Coimbra Knights. Short and flashed hard, and that's going to sail through the offside, and that's going to be another boundary. Good over this, and a good end to the over for the Coimbra Knights. It doesn't matter where you put your fielders. If you change your field on the leg side and you bowl on the off, it doesn't seem to add up. And that's going to squirt through the outfield again, and it runs away for another boundary. And this time it's hit really well, and that's straight to me. 1 bounce. But that bounce is over the boundary, and it's 6 runs, so a really good way to end the over, as you see here. And that is absolutely dispatched into the leg side. That might be the biggest of the day, and that's going to be a Maximo here in Portugal. This is slower, but this is going to go into the leg side, and that's going to go all the way over the stand once again, and it's going to be another 6 runs for the Coimbra Knights. And this is again dispatched into the leg side. It doesn't matter where you put your fielders because they're not going to cut that one off, and it's another maximum here for the Coimbra Knights. Short and hit well, and it's going to take some cutting off, and he doesn't get there, and it's consecutive boundaries, so 6 then a 4, and the Knights are slowly running away from this now. But when you hit it like that on a ground like this, it doesn't really matter because that's another boundary, and the Coimbra Knights now move into the 70s. And there's a man out there. This could be huge. And he takes the catch. And how big could that wicket be in the context of this game? Just as I was mentioning how close this could end up being, one of the in batsmen has to go, and that man is Janai Khan. And he hits this into the leg side, and that's certainly going to help the cause, as that's been given for 6 runs. Short. It's nothing of this, and it's a dot ball to finish. Advances into the leg side. Is it going to go squirt between the two? And it does, so it's 4 runs for the Coimbra Knights. And it's going to fly away. It's well stopped by the man out. And they come through. And they come through for the second, but they don't do so unsuccessfully. And the man, Vikas Kumar, has to go. But they do get the 1 run. So almost brings curtains on this game. It's well bowled. It's a great Yorker length. And they are going to come back for the second as Ali Mehdi limbers himself round, and they come through. As that brings us to the end of match number 1, and the defending champions have got their defence of the title here underway in a successful manner.